this is why I consider him the best in the world right now.
There's a tag, he's claiming it, and it's given as well. We now turn our attention to the last remaining Group A game. It is a straight shootout for top spot on a group directly through to the quarterfinals. The losers will have to go into the playoffs later. And it is the defending champions, Apex Moon, the unbeaten team from Denver, Colorado, who will be looking to preserve that 100% winning record. Well, they are led by Michael Sliger, who's team captain in the absence of Rob Shield, the gym owner, who is here, but he's not competing because of injury. But Sliger is such a weapon to have in your arsenal. Never been evaded. And with Jared Ludi alongside him, as well as a whole host of other talent, they are going to be so hard to beat. However, this Israeli team have taken big scalps before. In their World Championship debut, they managed to beat Hollywood Freerunners in the playoff stages and go on to reach the quarterfinals. Dima, the team captain, Dmitry Domakov, has picked up 4 evasions in their opening 2 matches, 3 in his second group game after picking up a point in the opener. They beat Overground 3-2, they beat Rooftop Kings 3-0. They've actually scored more evasions than Apex Moon, but they have the same number of points, the same evasion difference. This is just a straight shootout. The winner tops the group. Luis Casas starting off by the tilted cube and waiting for Olaf to come to him. Didn't want to wait much longer. Those jittery legs by the loading bay, goes under the mountain. Olaf can't make the tag just there. Luis just sends one way, scrambles under the sisters, turns it into a race around the front line, and it's a race that he's all right with. And he goes under the mountain, and Olaf is tailing here, and this is not very Apex, is it? This is not very Apex! And they go 1-0 down, the defending champions.
Wow, very good work there from Lewis. He literally just did not fall into any traps. The traps were there, but he was so quick. As soon as a move was made by Olaf, he was out of there with so much speed that Olaf couldn't complete the tag.
Damien Zumtabel, who normally would be a man classed as having the greatest tash in the tournament, it's not even the greatest tash on his team, down to Felix de Rosa. But Luis, could he double up? It would be a sensational start, but he's not going to there, and it was very clear, quite correctly.
Yeah, right there, we see Damien coming in similarly to Olaf, just kind of relaxed, not going too crazy. It works out for Damien there, it did not work out for Olaf. I'm gonna have to see how well this Apex team can come in reserved, but also put on the jets when it is needed.
Apex in general don't often find themselves behind in games. They don't often concede points, let alone go behind in matches. This is a rare opportunity to see how they respond to this kind of pressure. And Dima, lovely work on the bars, but Damien's managed to get away. And now by the ridge, you can see that low down, jittery legs, trying to throw his man off the scent, which he's kind of done. Turns around in open space, off he goes Damien, there's a tag, he's claiming it, and it's given as well. Was it one on the hand as he went round the loading bay?
I think it was right around the loading bay. Dima just putting on that speed, knowing that if we get from the front line over to the gun, then you're making the tag right where he did at loading bay. All you have to do is just keep up, and as the turn comes in, that's your opportunity for the tag.
Yeah, you are always going to use at speed, you're going to use that pole to swing around, aren't you? And that leaves you vulnerable to the hand tag. Michael Sliger comes in. We should know the outcome of this chase because it's always the same, and especially when Dima decides to run headfirst at the ridge and only stops when his head hit the ridge. Doesn't look that serious by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like he's fine. More jump scared than anything, but it did make Michael Sliger's job a little bit easier. Now we know Sliger is a very good chaser, a very good tagger. He's gonna need to put some points on the board to alleviate the pressure by being down 1-0.
Shai Turkia. Ooh, look at that. Scrabbling down low, underneath and between those bars, then going up high, changing the angles of attack. That is really impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, Shy doing exactly what needed to be done there. Always looking for the cut. He was never trying to stop at a corner or try to corner him in. He was just trying to cut him off.
Jared Ludi, genuine star of this sport. One of the very, very best. And Shy, big jump over the mountain and moves over the sisters, but Jared Ludi is having absolutely none of that carry on.
And right there, I gotta point this out from Jared, doing such a good job. This is why I consider him the best in the world right now. He had no idea where Shay was going, absolutely none. But what he did great is right there, instead of going into cube or into the tilted cube, he goes up on top and then waits to see where Shay goes and is able to adapt on the fly with speed and power.
That's what this game's about. It's all well and good giving yourself options and having plans, but then you've got to execute them. And Jared Ludi executes that move over the mountain very well as Staz can't find a way to craft an opportunity. That doesn't really turn out to be one, and it's a little stumble from Jared, and it does cost him in the end. It does cost him. Had he not caught a toe or a heel or whatever it was on one of those bars, he might have been away. Damien back into action. Staz starting off by the ridge. Loading bay for Staz. Sort of pats on the platform there, trying to encourage Damien to him, and he tries to do it again. Damien doesn't make the move, and he does there, and I'm not sure if he got there. Well, the referees say he did, and I think we can go down to the Fata Morgana team. Is it Oleg who's with us? He's not competing. Talk to us, Oleg.
So what's up, guys? Yeah, right now I want to say about Staz. First of all, he got injured pretty bad. He got stitches on his forehead. He got to the medical, to the hospital. Afterwards, he came back and he's up and running like 100% without even trying. So we're so happy about him. And Dima, three points last game is amazing.
Yeah, if he gets any more in this one, it could be decisive. And also, I've never seen a chase tagger look so smart. Dima going round the outside, trying to get hold of Damien, and he's tailing him, drops down for the top of the mountain, and look at that slam of the palms on the outer ball.
Oh man, this Apex team is not looking as dominant as we had hoped. Right there, again, just getting into foot race after foot race, not able to use any of the tactics that we know that they have. Part of that has to be credit given to Dima there by just staying on his heels the entire time, mounting that pressure and never overcommitting, letting the evader make the mistake.
Michael Sliger, their captain, their gun, the man who is never evaded. Apex Moon have never lost a game, but they trail this one, and we're more than halfway through it. And look over the shoulder from Dima, and he sets off, and Sliger is in close pursuit, hot pursuit, and he jumps onto the sisters. He's got him. And it's those little moves, it's before the tag's made, you can see how he crafts those chances.
Sliger is absolutely incredible. Now, what that looks like to the untrained eye is that Sliger was doing something that I've been calling inside tailing. He was not, though. He was always looking for the cuts and forcing his opponent to slow down just a little bit or put on the jets and then adapting to that and cutting them off at the next obstacle.
Fata Morgana have got a plan here. When Sliger was last on evading, they sent in Shy and he got hold of him. He's evading now, and Shy is evidently their anti-Sliger countermeasure. Does it work again? It might be working again. Well, he doesn't quite get the chance there. And if you're going to race with Sliger, you've got a problem, but maybe you don't, because he gets him just as he disappears over the sisters. Shy Turk here is fired up, and he has got Sliger's number.
I can tell you one thing, they have been doing their research, and as you said, Shy has Sliger's number, getting that tag again in the exact same matchup. Now, it was very close here, but he did get it in the end, looking like he's breathing a little bit heavily.
Well, it was Jared Ludi that Apex immediately sent in after Shy. We're seeing some of these matchups repeated. These teams have got plans, and at the minute, it is going Fata Morgana's way. He goes round the back of the mountain twice, Shy, and maybe when you've got Jared Ludi on your tail, you are going to try some funky stuff to see if it works. That didn't.
Yeah, Shy got himself in a little bit of an awkward spot, maybe expecting it to throw Jared off. But again, Jared's reaction times are so fast, and he is never going to overcommit to something that he is not sure he can get.
Okay, well, this is different. They're sending in Luis Casas. Last time Jared Ludi was on, they sent in Staz. But it's Luis they go for this time. We're in chase 13 of 16. We're into the final quarter, and the unbeaten defending champions, Apex Moon, trail. If they lose this game, they will have to play another match tonight just to reach the quarterfinals. And Fata Morgana will be in the last 8 tomorrow. And Luis, oh, it looked like he was going to get a chance, and he doesn't get one there. Luti, stop, tag! Oh, the spin of frustration from Jared Luti. The Israeli team still lead this one.
Jared normally thrives under this kind of pressure. It looks like he knows he made the mistake when he came over to loading bay. I think his only real option with the space that Luis had was to go up and over mountain, but instead he decides to try to go under, but Luis cuts him off.
Oh my. It's match point, and Apex Moon are sending in their youngster in his first ever major tournament, a late replacement, Joey. If he does not get this tag, this is the first game they have ever lost. Their title defense will not be over, but the perfect record will have gone. Luis under the ridge, to the loading bay. Joey trying to find his way through. There was a little bit of fun with the bars, but certainly not there as he jumps up to create the opportunity. He reaches down, goal, get him. Luis is off, Luis is off. Oh, a slip and it proves fatal. How many seconds are on the clock? We were in the last second of the 20.
The last second.
0.7 seconds away from losing their unbeaten record.
Oh, Joey Jepsen coming up huge for Apex, but the pressure is not off. It is still match point. If Fata Morgana gets the tag here, they have beaten Apex Moon. It is all on the newcomer, Joey Jepsen.
Nobody has ever beaten Apex Moon, but Fata Morgana might be about to do it. Staz, still bandaged up from his injury, comes onto the quad, goes low under the sisters, hunting him down, hungry, desperate, trying to make it happen. He has made it happen! And finally, the streak is over! Apex Moon have been beaten for the first time in Chase Tag history, and it is the Israelis Fata Morgana who have beaten them by 1-0. Joey Adrian, at times it looked like this streak would go on forever, but it is done.
It is done and dust. Fata Morgana, though, looking absolutely incredible. Every single person they're sending in. Stas and Dima were out of their minds. Not only that, but Luis coming in, Shay coming in, everyone playing their part and going off on this Apex Moon squad.
We have seen a bit of history here in every core on. Apex Moon beaten for the first time. I'm hoping we might be able to hear from this Israeli team who've created a bit of history here. Greg Ball, are you there? Can we hear from these guys?
Yeah, I'm backstage now, and what an exciting matchup. That was honestly one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. I'm actually waiting for Dima to come out. There he is. Dima, give us a sec, guys. It's all emotion out here. Dima, mate, what an incredible performance by you and the team. And not only that, but you just got married, didn't you?
It was only proposal, but yeah, it's on the way.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, how do you feel knowing that you just knocked the current world champions off the #1 spot?
I can't imagine that we did it because Stas was injured the last game, so we were a little bit scared of it. But he came back, and we said that it's now or never. We must do it, and we did it.